Howdy, howdy.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, I can hear you this time even.
Oh, wow. Welcome. Chris should be joining us shortly.
Momentarily, you could say.
Yeah, momentarily. How about it? What a week for the Oilers, bud.
And there he is. Speak of the devil.
What's up, you fucking benders?
In with a bang, as always, Chris.
Yes.
How is everyone, boys? How is everyone's week going?
I'm on the edge of suicide right now.
Oh, man, Chris, what's going on? Can we pull you back from the edge, buddy?
Yeah, can anybody make the Jets play better like they did last year?
Nah, instead we might as well just push you at that point, dude.
Wow.
Wow, savage.
It was pretty savage.
I mean, like, what do we know about teams playing good? So
It's it's true, buddy. Well, listen, boys. I mean, let's just jump right into it. You know?
I can tell this is going to be a hopeful, optimistic episode.
Yeah. I agree. The Jets have lost 2 in a row, I think, right?
Yeah.
And the
But-
Oilers have lost.
Like 11 out of their last 12 or something stupid like that.
Yeah, I think it's like 18 out of their last 20.
That's some good stuff, man.
And they could
Yeah.
still make the playoffs if they put together a winning streak, which is fantastic.
All right. Well, so we started the week. First off, we all tied last week in the prediction category with 1 apiece.
Wow.
Yeah, I
We
got
suck.
the first. Yeah, not a. I mean, we went 3 for 5. So I mean,
Not terrible then. Yeah.
as a group. So I mean, not horrible. Actually, no, we went 3 for 4.
Actually pretty good then.
Yeah. So not bad. I mean, if the Oilers or Jets did that on the power play, they might be doing a little better. So we started the week with the Jets versus the Rangers, and this was a bit of a closer game, Chris. The Jets snuck out a 4-3 victory. I mean, any notes on this game, Chris?
Jets look like ass.
Good, and that's the in-depth analysis we love.
But
Um,
I don't know what to say, man. They've just been awful. Awful.
I mean, they snuck out the win here. I mean, so that's hopeful. I mean, the points help, but obviously you'd like to beat the Rangers a little bit more handily.
Yes.
Then the Oilers played the Pittsburgh Penguins, and we lost 3-1. This was and we outshot the Penguins. I wouldn't say like incredibly outshot them, but like we were all over them for like a decent period of time there.
Yeah, I think the Oilers put up over 40 shots that game, so it was pretty good. But
On a penalty shot.
yeah, McDavid's patented move isn't really working too well anymore.
Yeah, people are starting to scout it a bit.
Yeah.
And then they scored the empty netter and we lost. I mean, it's another disappointing game.
Yeah, the Oilers played a pretty okay game from what I saw. Like, I felt like the team was still competing out there at least. Like, they're at least fighting for the wins, but their wins sure ain't coming.
Yeah. The problem is though, like these are they're such heartbreaking losses. Like I feel like we're in the game, like we're with them, and they just can't. Like it's literally just Draisaitl and McDavid doing things.
Yeah.
Like every other line, if they don't get scored on, we're calling it a good night. But the problem is, we give them one on the power play, or one of our other lines gives up one, and then we just don't have. They're just smothering McDavid and Draisaitl.
Yeah. After McDavid and Draisaitl line, the Oilers just have nothing else. Like huge tries, but when he's on a line with Lucic and Chiasson the majority of the time, that's not a good second line.
That's how I feel about that. Then the Jets lose 4-1 to the Avalanche. This was a rough one for you, Chris, because this is a divisional game. And I mean, how many were any of these empty netters?
Well, I mean, divisional game in that the Avalanche are shit, and there's no chance. Yeah, they're in the division. So, I mean, the Central went from being one of the best divisions in the entire league to being the worst, bar none. They're all garbage. The Jets still are somehow on top of the Central, even though they are playing terrible. No, there was no empty net goals. It was just all shit.
This was.
I was thinking to be more descriptive, but the Jets are just running around their own zone most of the time. They're getting outworked, out hustled. It's like they've already decided they're going to make the playoffs, so they've decided to take the rest of the season off. It's awful.
Wasn't this the like the McKinnon Landeskog Rantanen show, or was it a bit spread out?
Well, I wouldn't say that. I will say I fucking love Rantanen. He is just a beast.
Mm-hmm.
He's so big and strong. Like, he's just no nonsense. I think him and Laine are the same size, except for Rantanen has testicles and Laine has none.
Rantanen plays so much bigger than Laine does, for sure.
Oh my God. If Laine could play like Rantanen, he would be a dominant forward. Nobody would stop him.
Yeah, I think it also helps that Rantanen one possesses a lethal shot, but like he also isn't really a shoot first forward. Like he's always looking for that pass back to Landeskog or McKinnon.
Well, but the thing is like the thing that people don't realize about Laine is he's an elite passer as well.
For sure. But I feel like Laine though, like if he has the option, he's gonna shoot.
Yeah, I mean, and that was his MO for the first, 2.5 seasons of his career. But for some reason, I think it's just with his confidence right now, he is not shoot first right now. He's just turned the puck over first, basically, is what he's doing, which is not a good method.
No, that is true. I sit down and when the Oilers play and they're defending in their own zone, every time there's a turnover, I just go turnover and I put a little tally mark on a little notebook I have. And we normally finish the game with like somewhere within like the 20s. It's pretty bad. And
so you think that's coaching or what?
No, I just think it's talent. Like they just people know they can forecheck the Oilers defense hard, and they're just going to try and rim it, and it's just a turnover.
Yep.
When it's not
McDavid
and Draisaitl, pressure the passer, and you know that they're probably going to be a plug and they can't pass.
So the Jets turnovers are coming from their forwards, really. Their neutral zone passing, and also like they've got this annoying little habit now where they're 2 feet from the blue line and they'll try to do like a little fancy no look dish, or they'll do like a really weak chip on the boards because they're trying to chip it to themselves. So they're almost leaning towards offense too much without.
The Chris rant began. I know. They just know. The universe knows. I will say with the Oilers turnovers, at least there's almost like too big of a gap between the forwards and defense. So then when the defense try and rim the puck around or do like a stretch pass, first off, it's Chris Russell trying to make the pass, so it's not a very good pass. Yeah. And then the person trying to receive the pass is Kyle Bronziak or Milan Lucic, which is not very good. Yeah. So then the forward just the other team's forward just steps in front of the pass and takes it tape to tape, and they're like, well, "Thank you."
Yeah, and Hitchcock really wants to. You can see he's really trying to play that fast transition style of game, but I just don't know if the Oilers' defense are good enough.
We don't have the skill. Chris, you were in the middle of a Chris rant.
Oh, everything's a Chris rant. I don't know, where did I stop?
They do little chips at the blue line.
Yeah, a little chip to themselves because they're trying to create offense instead of trying to get the puck out first. They're cheating, basically.
Okay, so you think they're getting a little lazy? You're thinking it's just gonna?
Oh, totally.
Yeah. I actually, Chris, on the Jets side, someone just dropped Morrissey in my fantasy league, and I scooped him up.
Why would somebody do something as stupid as that?
I don't know, but I dropped Sergachev and picked up Morrissey. Yeah, so now I now have Trouba and Morrissey on my fantasy team.
Josh Morrissey is an incredible hockey player.
Top 5 on the team. Top 5 player on the team.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Like he just the thing is like he's not even. I don't know if it's probably coaching, but he's not really even exploring his offensive side right now. You can tell it's there, and he gets a little bit of PP2 time.
Yeah.
But he's just elite at retrieving the puck in his own zone, making passes, just smart exits and smart plays. Like he's just wow. And just for a player of his age and experience level to be that
and
good already,
size.
yeah, he's phenomenal. So when he starts getting a bigger offensive role on the team, watch out. He's going to win a Norris Trophy.
Yeah, all I'm saying, because he's kind of undersized, when I play defense, I try and really pattern my game after him, but I might be a little bit more offensive. I don't know.
A little bit more of a goal scorer's touch to you.
Yeah,
As in you line up at the blue line at the opening whistle, and then you spend the entire time behind the opponent's net. Is that what you're trying?
Dude, that's just how you play defense.
Listen. If the opponent doesn't have the puck, I mean, I don't need to play defense.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, I hate that's the worst argument in hockey.
Yeah, that's why I always just pull my goalie out the opening faceoff.
Oh, we could get into a whole discussion about that, but I won't do that to you guys.
All right, so then the last game of the week that we actually we predicted, that we gave predictions on, was the Oilers went and played the Carolina Hurricanes. Now, the last time Oilers played the Hurricanes, the Oilers got absolutely shelled. I believe we allowed the first shot on net to go in again. Dalton, I don't know. Can you confirm that?
Honestly, man, I'm trying to think right now, but there's just so many goals.
Here's what I was. So we got another 3-1 game loss. This is another Draisaitl goal. Draisaitl is now tied for third in the league for scoring, with only 5 goals behind Ovechkin. So yeah, Draisaitl is on fire.
I'm thinking just playing with McDavid for the rest of the year, so at least he gets some goals and stuff.
Maybe win a Rocket.
Oh, that wouldn't be too. Can you imagine the Rocket and the Art Ross Trophy winner on the same team, and they still didn't make the playoffs?
Oh, it's just embarrassing. It's just embarrassing.
I love it. Let's do it.
So the Oilers lose 3-1 to the Canes. Another game where we shelled the Canes, and Curtis freaking McElhinney played like a god. What is going on with him? That is some Benjamin Button syndrome if I've ever seen it.
He's won 7 straight, I'm pretty sure now.
He's got like a .920 save percentage.
Yeah. It was the first shot of the game. You're right, Michael.
It was. I knew it.
Yeah.
I remember because I actually didn't watch the opening of the game. I just remember I got the notification. I was like, that was kind of early. And then I went on Twitter, and Twitter was just like, again!
Yeah. That Draisaitl Cassian goal, that was pretty nice, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, Cassian has looked decent with McDavid and Draisaitl. That's the thing, though. It's like you can put basically anyone with that line. They'll be decent. They'll still put up points. The problem is the rest of the team is just so bad.
Yeah. I think they should put Sam Gagner there.
Yes. Well, all right. So we'll move on. So we'll do that news real quick, because that kind of has to do with what's going on.
It's called
so we'll start there. So the Oilers then make 2 moves. They trade goaltender Cam Talbot to Philadelphia in exchange for goaltender Anthony Stolarz. We now officially have the tallest goaltending tandem in the league.
6'7" and 6'6".
6'7" and 6'6". So, boys, I have a question. I have a big picture on my wall. It's of Cam Talbot in his first season in the Oilers when they wore those really cool orange, or like main orange jerseys with the blue shoulders. Back in 2015 when they made the playoffs. It is signed by Cam Talbot. So Cam Talbot is now a Flyer. Is it more or less valuable?
I think that the kind of thing for that, the value can only go down, probably.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think it'd probably been worth something when Talbot was high flying, just brought the Oilers back to the playoffs. But right now it's like as a memento kind of thing, it's pretty cool. Like, don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, listen, I love it.
Yeah, I think value-wise, it's probably just gonna, unless he gets a crazy resurgence in Philly.
Yeah, okay. So obviously there's a few reasons that this worked. Philly needs another goalie. Carter Hart and Cam Talbot are really good friends. They trained together in the summer. Carter Hart actually called Talbot. Was the only person that he called. Talbot was the only person Hart called the day before his NHL debut. So like they're really good friends. It also sheds $4.5 million in cap, or $4 million or $4.5 million in cap space for Talbot in exchange for like the $750K that Stolarz is making.
Mm-hmm.
He's also 25, so he's a bit younger. So I mean, what do we think about the deal, boys?
Well, it allowed the Oilers to recall Sekera, which they did today.
Yes, that is true.
I think this was a good trade for the Oilers, and it also made me really sad when I heard the news.
Yeah, I was disappointed too. And I will say this because Chris, I know you've been taking shots at my girlfriend for the last like 2 weeks. When I told her that they traded Talbot, so she's so used to seeing Talbot up on my wall, she was like, "Oh no, he was one of my favorites."
Oh, now I feel even worse.
Yeah, right. So I mean, okay. So here's my question. So Stolarz is an RFA at the end of the season. Do the Oilers re-sign him?
I think there's no reason not to. Like, he's only an RFA, though, if he plays 10 out of the remaining 25 games, which is now 10 out of the remaining 24. So,
I don't think he does that.
You don't think he plays 10 out of the 24? I think there's no reason why the Oilers don't play him 10 out of the next 24 games, because it's not like they're going to make the playoffs anyways. Might as well alternate starts.
Yeah. Chris, what do you think?
I don't know. I think you wait and see, right? Is Stolarz somebody who like makes you excited when you hear his name that he came over? Like, I think the best component of the trade is the fact that the Oilers got some cap space back. So to me, that suggests that really you can pick up any goaltenders in the offseason. They're a dime a dozen. Is he going to be the best one of the bunch? Not likely. So yeah. I don't know. I think if it's at a friendly amount, then sure, you go ahead and do it. But otherwise, it's no big deal.
Yeah. And as a backup goaltender, he seems fine, right?
I mean, he has. I think they said he has 9 NHL starts in his career. He's like 6-3-1 or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I mean, all right. So then my next question is, how well does Cam Talbot do in Philly?
I think he'll do great.
I love it.
It's such a hard question to answer, it feels, because it's like, because Philly's defense is good, but it's not, top of the league or anything like that, right?
Right.
So it's kind of a question of, is Talbot going to find his game there? And I kind of feel like the answer is no.
I bet he will.
Yeah, see, I'm with Chris on this one. I think he does. I think that Talbot, playing with Hart, like a younger guy. There's Chris again. Playing with Talbot, a younger guy, like it kind of like, I don't know, maybe sparks his confidence. He's kind of out of the whole toxic Edmonton air. He's no longer drinking the water. So I mean,
like, don't get me wrong. I want him to be able to be good again, but I just.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know. It almost feels like it's a little bit too late for him.
Do you think it's too late?
In general, because, well, here's the thing. If he doesn't make it in Philly here, does he even get signed? Like, if he posts a 900 save percentage for the rest of the season and the next 9 games he plays or whatever.
Yeah, he gets signed, dude. People need goalies.
Yeah, I suppose. He probably finds a job somewhere.
And he definitely finds a job.
If only because of his almost Vezina caliber season with the Oilers.
Well, you just he's and like he's known to have done it before. You just So okay. So then the Oilers 12 hours later trade Ryan Spooner, notable Oilers legend, in exchange for another notable Oilers legend, Sam Gagner.
We're bringing less sarcastic this time.
We're bringing the Oilers back, the band back together, boys.
I was actually so hyped when I heard for this trade, man. It was like as bad as the Talbot trade made me feel. This one made me feel as good.
Yeah. So and here's my thing. I think Gagne million times better than Spooner.
He looked like an NHL player out there. It was insane.
Yeah. So then to use that as a segue, trade happens and Solars backs up Koskinen in in Brooklyn against the Islanders. Gagne plays, looked pretty good, was like drawing some penalties.
Took a penalty.
Took a penalty.
I really was impressed mostly with his work on the power play, though.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, listen, that's why he did so well in Columbus, and it went with Vancouver there for a little bit. He's kind of become like
power play specialist,
sort of like power play specialist, kind of like a Mark Letestu.
Yeah. But yeah,
where is Mark Letestu?
He's in Columbus, but I don't know if he's actually playing.
I don't think he is.
But yeah, Sam Gagner makes the second power play unit actually look like they might have a chance to score rather than just get scored on.
Yeah.
So,
and Spooner and Gagner are the same cap hit.
Same cap hit, same amount of years. So it's such a nice little lateral move that
it is, as the Oilers love so much, 1-for-1.
Of course.
And the funny thing about Twitter is people so Keith Gretzky, who's the interim GM right now, made these two trades and people were hailing him a hero.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh my goodness, we didn't completely lose two trades. Thank God."
The bar is just set so low.
Yeah, exactly. So then using that as a segue, we go in and we play the Islanders yesterday, and it was a pretty close game there for a little bit, and then they started to pull away, and they beat us 5-2.
Yeah. I missed most of this game because, people, but it was another pretty sad game other than Gagner, which was the very happy part of it.
And Draisaitl.
That
was an unreal pass McDavid gave him on the power play.
Oh my God! Especially, is this a family-friendly channel, or can we talk about that guy's jersey?
No. Ass eating season.
Yo, number 69. What a beaut!
Chris, how do you feel about this jersey, buddy?
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Oh my God!
It is an Oilers jersey, a home royal blue Oilers jersey that is number 69. Ass eating season.
Here you go. I'm gonna post it in our group chat. Give me half a second.
Oh my gosh.
How do you feel about this jersey?
I don't even know what to say.
Would you feel pride or would you feel shame?
Shame? I wouldn't.
This man is just so brazenly. I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah, it's pretty great. But so McDavid on the power play. First off, shout out to Klefbom for actually pinching and keeping the play alive.
Oh God, it's so nice to have him back on the power play.
I agree, but that was a second away from being a 2-on-0 breakaway.
Yeah, and
if he misses that puck, it's a 2-on-0.
Oh yeah, and if he decides to back off instead, it's a 2-on-1, just like that.
Or
maybe the guy beats him, right? It's
right. But then it comes to McDavid. McDavid cuts in. Everyone is looking at him, and then McDavid just casually lobs a pass back to Draisaitl, who kicks it in an open net. And it's always good when you see the goalie is also fully committed to thinking McDavid's going to shoot, because McDavid passes it back to Draisaitl, and Leonard just kind of turns and watches the puck go in the empty net, and he's just kind of I guess that happened.
It was. I was about to be so mad at McDavid because I was like, "You were right in the slot. Why didn't you shoot?" And then he makes that pass, and I'm like, "Well."
You're like, "Oh, I guess he knows better than me."
Yep, that's the reason he's getting paid $12.5 million a year.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so then the last game of the week that happened yesterday, Chris, you guys lose 4-3 in overtime to the Ottawa Senators.
Yep.
Oof. What happened? Oof is rough.
Same thing as what I've said before. They're not matching the effort of their competition.
Dude, their big guns took care of it. Matt Duchene, goal and assist. Dzingel, goal and assist. Stone, goal and assist.
Mm-hmm.
I like Dzingel. As of the three, to be honest with you, I would take Dzingel.
Really?
That might be a hot take, but
I think that's a very spicy take.
I'd say it's a spicy take. See, me personally, I'm taking Stone.
Yep.
Yeah, but you guys are Oilers, so what the fuck do you know?
Fair point. Fair point.
So, I mean, Chris, I mean, you kind of said, I mean, lazy, they're kind of cheating for offense. I mean, Laine hasn't scored in 2 months now or something like that.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
I mean, on the bright side, at least he's going into a contract year and you decide to slump. I mean, do you think this makes his drops his contract number, so he's making less money?
Well, I think maybe they sign him to a bridge because I don't think that the Laine camp's gonna accept what the Jets are gonna offer him. So
yeah, I think Chris is right. Yeah, I think before the season started, Laine was probably looking at a bit of a longer term deal, everybody else, all the other young stars. But now it's like you can't give him a long term deal. You don't know what he's gonna be.
He was gonna make $10 billion a year.
Yeah. So what do you think he's making now?
He's probably going to get an $80 million contract.
Yeah, that's before the season started. I would have bet on that, but
yeah, me too.
Now it's a 3-year deal.
3 times 5.5. I don't know when he's a UFA. I don't know what year that is. But
he's 5 years to his first UFA year.
Yeah, so I'd say 3 years because then that gives a good negotiating point to sign a long extension if he does well.
Yeah, I think probably 3. I'd probably say he's going to get a little bit more than that. I think a 3 by 6.5 is more likely, but
see, I guess they don't really want to walk into free agency. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe he takes something like Matthews.
Yeah, just by the 6 years instead. Maybe
this 6, maybe 9, 6 by 9.
Yeah. The thing is though, I kind of feel like Laine is going to be in qualified offer hell for a while.
Oh, do you think he gets offer sheeted?
Maybe. He's probably he's such an interesting target because I think all the other teams are going to be a little bit gun shy about going for him too.
Yeah, Chris, what chance is it Laine gets offer sheeted?
0.
You don't think it happens?
There's no point. There's no point.
To Arizona.
There's no point because the Jets are in. There's no way the Jets couldn't nor wouldn't match, unless you're going to go for 5 first-round picks, and then I think you let him go.
I don't know. I think there's a situation where that he gets offer sheeted and the Jets still match. I don't think there's a situation where the Jets don't match. But that
so
being
you
said,
think that he could get offer sheeted, but you doubt that the Jets will lose him.
I don't think the Jets care about almost. I don't know. Is Patrick Laine worth any team's 4 next first-round picks?
Honestly, I maybe Connor McDavid, but other than that, no.
Because you got to look at teams that can actually afford them. So, I feel like maybe someone like San Jose might do it.
No way.
Because they are almost out of their window. They need to kind of win now.
Dude, what if they throw $14 million at Laine for 1 year?
Then that would be, I think that's the 4 first-round picks straight up.
Yeah, I think you're right. So, Chris, Dalton was saying, San Jose may be trying for Laine.
It's got to be a team in win-now mode, for sure.
Again, there's no way in hell that the Jets let Laine go. They're going to match whatever comes. People will offer sheet when they think they have a chance to get the player. So, Mitch Marner, there'll be offer sheets on him most likely because the Leafs might not be able to match, which means they'll have to do something to get cap compliant, which means they're going to have to lose. It's going to be a nightmare for them. So there's a real chance that Mitch Marner is going to get offer sheeted. As a matter of fact, I hope the Jets do it because I hate the Leafs. But Laine, there's just no conceivable way the Jets will allow that to happen.
But that's the thing, because another team could hypothetically force the Jets into accepting a bad Laine contract.
Yeah, but I don't think teams do that. I don't think that's the way. That's what you see. When was the last offer sheet we saw?
Danny Heatley or something like that.
Well, the Flames also got offer sheeted for Colburn before.
Offer sheet,
Goldberg.
offer
God.
sheet, NHL
No kidding.
history.
I know the
What-
Joe Goldberg one. Holy,
Uh,
such a
let,
plug.
let, let's offer sheet a turd. That's a
Oh.
great
Okay.
plan.
Oh, I googled it. I got it. Here we go. The Colorado Avalanche offer sheeted Ryan. Or no. Okay, Ryan O'Reilly was the last one. He was
I remember
offer sheeted by the Calgary Flames. He's playing for Colorado. They offer sheeted him 2 years for $10 million, and Colorado matched it.
Yeah. No, and so like the reason that you don't see offer sheets because teams aren't going to screw each other like that because I think it's an honor system and they know if I pull a douchebag move like that, retribution could be swift.
Mhm.
So
Plus, your
I mean-
next 4 first-round picks is such a price to pay if you're trying to go
Yeah.
after anybody that's any good, right? So
yeah.
So here's all right. I got a little trivia for you boys. What was the last offer sheet to be sent and then was accepted so that the team didn't match?
Shit, I have no idea.
hold.
I will give you a hint. It had to do with the Oilers.
Oh, was it? I feel like the Zach Parise thing, but
You guys want it? Want me to give it to you?
I'll never get it. So
was
yes.
it Penner?
Dustin Penner,
Oh,
July
he's
26,
so good.
2007. The Edmonton Oilers offered him 5 years at $21.5 million, and they gave the Anaheim Ducks the first, second, and third round pick in 2008.
Why don't I remember that? That's crazy.
And I'm sure that the Ducks turned those picks into absolute. It's probably like Ricard Raquel and
Hampus
Someone.
Lindholm and
yeah. Let's
Jonathan
see,
Gibson.
2008 NHL draft. Let's go look. We're going down a rabbit hole here, boys.
All right, I like it.
All right. NHL team. Oh, the Buffalo. Oh, wow. Here we go. So this actually connects to the Jets. The Buffalo Sabres select Tyler Myers with the pick that Edmonton gave Anaheim in the 12th overall.
Oh,
Crazy. By the way, Tyler Myers was the best Jet last night.
Really?
Yeah, he scored 2 goals. He played very well.
The Anaheim Ducks draft Justin Schultz, 43rd
oh my
overall
God, that's right.
in the round 2.
That's right.
And then in round 3, Anaheim. Looks like they got some rando named Kirill Petrov.
Wow.
The Islanders got him from that trade.
I guess that worked out pretty well for the Oilers then in the end.
What did the Ducks get for the first rounder that ended up being Tyler Myers?
Oh, jeez.
Well, you got to connect all the dots. That's the first rounder.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's the
guess
important
you're
one.
right. Shit, hang on. Yeah. 2008.
Frantic
NHL.
Googling.
Yeah.
You want
All right.
Hole. You're both in a rabbit hole now, buddy.
Okay, so I guess I'll just look up.
Never go
Oh.
balls deep in a rabbit hole. You will get bitten.
Did you say
Good
you'll
to
get
know,
bit?
Yes.
Why do you know so much about rabbit holes involving balls?
No, but you're going balls deep. Do you even
Yeah.
know what
Yeah.
poor dog? That ball
But, like-
doesn't know what balls deep is.
Yeah, but why do you specifically know that the rabbits are gonna bite you?
It's like a carrot. You might have to
Oh God.
You just kind of spray painted orange first, and it's all good.
So to be honest, I don't know how to follow this rabbit hole here, boys.
Okay, I'll look it up. You keep going. You're running the show. Let me find it.
Though I will say later on, 22nd overall in 2008, the Oilers used a draft pick they got from Anaheim to draft Jordan Eberle.
Ooh.
So it was basically Eberle for Gagne.
What?
Eberle for Gagne.
Why is it Eberle for Gagne?
Because we traded Eberle for Strome, Strome for Spooner, Spooner for Gagne.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Eberle for Gagne.
Honestly, great trade. 100%. Love it.
So I just look forward to seeing how we're going to trade, like, Lucic for Hall.
Well, just wait for Hall to sign with the Oilers in the offseason.
Yeah, boy.
Just kidding. It's
Okay,
going to be
okay.
Eberle this year.
Okay. Moving on. Have you guys seen the Malkin suspension?
I'm surprised he didn't get more.
I am not surprised because he didn't make contact.
Did he actually not?
He didn't. He completely missed.
Oh, I thought he actually got
But
it.
by like an inch. So for those who don't know, we're talking the Philadelphia Flyers, Pittsburgh Penguins were playing. It's a really heated rivalry. Obviously, Pennsylvania, big matchup. Raffl comes up and kind of cross checks and like kind of two-hand gives Malkin a couple of good two-hand cross checks around the boards. Malkin is one of those. Yeah, giving him the business. Malkin turns around with the red mist in his eyes and just one hand swings his stick up at the guy's head and misses Raffl's face by like an inch.
Yeah. Anyways, Raffl goes down, and then the fireworks start because they always do.
Yeah.
But yeah, Malkin ended up getting one game.
One game. Dalton, do you think that's fair? One game.
I mean, I thought before he actually clipped him, so I was going to advocate for a little more. But since he missed him, and it was still like really, you could tell there was a lot of intent there. So I think one game is probably fair.
Yeah, Chris, have you seen it?
No, I have not.
Wonderful.
All right, just pictured in your mind exactly how Michael described it. The Penguins were in their away jerseys, and the Flyers were in their home jerseys. There you go.
Right. Raffl is up against the Flyers bench, or Malkin is up against the Flyers bench. Raffl working him over, giving him the business.
Giving him the
Raffl-
gears.
The puck leaves. Raffl turns to follow the puck. Malkin turns around and backhands his stick up in the air, head height, and it misses him by like an inch.
Raffl goes down like a sack of bricks, and so that's why I thought he got hit in the face.
Well, I think it's one of those things, right? That you feel the wind of the stick go by you, and you just kind of drop.
Yo, that would spook the shit out of me. Holy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Looking at it right now.
Oh, there you go.
All right, we're gonna get Chris's take live, exclusive.
Live, it's an exclusive. Okay, hold on. That went really fast. Holy smokes.
And there it is. That's the take.
Yeah, that's a pretty spicy take there, Chris.
A nice cross check. Oh, yeah. Nothing too serious. All punch in the back of the head. Yeah, no, you know what? So obviously it didn't hit him or hurt him. So I think Raffl should definitely be fined for being a little bitch. But Kenny Malkin, let's just call a spade. He's a dirty piece of shit.
Oh yeah. If he wasn't such a good hockey player, people would be on his ass so much more.
We've discussed this many times. He's a dirty, dirty hockey player, and
he's a little. Yeah, I agree. So then I got two more bits of hockey news that we can go over. The first one is Don Cherry ripped the Carolina Hurricanes a new one.
Oh man, did you see what the Carolina Hurricanes Twitter posted?
Okay. So Carolina, we've discussed it a couple times, has their fun celebration. It is, and honestly, it's worked because if your goal is to bring fans in, they're doing that. If it's to make people more interested in their hockey club, it's doing that. Because I've watched again, I bring it to my girlfriend who knows basically nothing about hockey until now. Has been watching the Carolina Hurricanes, and like when they win, she's like, "What did they do this time? So it's obviously working.
Mm-hmm.
And
the celebration against the Oilers was awesome.
Yeah, they did. What did they? Oh, they did the Batista bat.
Yeah,
limbo.
The home run one.
Yeah, so they did the Dave Batista bat swing, and then they jumped into the crowd and they got sprayed with water bottles. Then they beat the Ducks and Stars. Someone last night. They shut them out, and then they did the limbo. So like they're obviously having fun with it. And Don Cherry comes on Coach's Corner and basically calls them a bunch of jerks and this is the National Hockey League, and blah, 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 blah. He hates fun and stick in the mud. And then the Carolina Hurricanes changed their Twitter bio to the jerks with the fun celebration.
Yeah. And then posted an editive, the old man yells at cloud thingy.
Yep.
Yeah, they edited him to have Don Cherry's suit on.
No. So, I mean, obviously their celebrations from, just skating, on their sticks or whatever, crashing into the boards, and that's what has kind of gotten a bit more, intricate with the Batista backflip and the limbo. So, I mean, how are we feeling about the Carolina Hurricanes celebration now?
If you couldn't have guessed, I love it.
I'm also a big fan. All right, so now let's go to our resident old man yelling at cloud. Chris, what do you think?
Shut up. First of all, shut up. I'm going to hit you so hard next time we play hockey that you're going to need a diaper for a month.
Can you film it, dude? I want to see that.
Put the GoPro on.
Y'all.
So, actually, I like it too because because it's made by the players. The players are doing it. The players are having fun. You know who changed my mind about it? Corey Hirsch, of all people. He was tweeting about it, and he explained it, in a really smart way, and he just made me feel like, it's not poking fun at anybody. It's not making a mockery of the game. It's just a fun thing that they're doing after their games when they win. So why not let them have that? So I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Wonderful. So we all agree Don Cherry should just kind of zip the lip?
Nah. I enjoy it when Don Cherry goes on his rants. It's always very funny to see how upset people get.
Yeah. Dude, Twitter last night, after he did that, Twitter was like, we need to tell Don Cherry to retire. Like, he's making a fool of himself.
Straight up, Don Cherry's just doing his job right now. Like, people are talking about Don Cherry again. Therefore, Don Cherry's won.
Yeah, exactly. So then go ahead.
Oh, yeah, and, people don't really watch Don Cherry because they want the highest of hockey opinions, right? They want to watch Don Cherry.
No, good old Canadian boy, from Kelowna. Don, he's actually from Sweden. Well, he plays like a good Canadian boy.
You can tell he grew up on them weed. He's out in a farm, getting up at 6 a.m.
He's obviously watched my Rock'em Sock'em videos.
Oh, who hasn't, though?
Yeah, for real.
Oh, hold on a second. So, wait a minute. I'm finally getting down the rabbit hole here of this Dustin Penner situation.
Oh, boy.
Buffalo traded its first round and third round pick in 2008 and 2009 for Edmonton's first round pick in 2008, but they acquired it from Los Angeles.
What?
Yes.
Oh, and then there you
go.
No.
Oh no!
Wow, this rabbit hole keeps going.
Dude, honestly, Sportsnet and Steve Dangle, they've been doing these trade trees, and they track it. They did the Chris Pronger trade tree, and that just ended.
Yeah. On I think it's the Hall of Fame or Hockey Hall of Fame forums or something like that. There's a lot of users on there who have tracked every single trade that just goes for hundreds and hundreds of instances. It's insane, some of these.
Yeah. So, Chris, keep going, buddy.
I don't know. That's all I know. I got to try to figure out how Los Angeles got that pick.
Man, we need to hire a researcher.
We're going to do some investigative reporting. We will come back with this story next week, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Unless we forget.
I'll write it down. I'll remind it. I keep a little notebook. I'm organized. I got it all.
Wow, look at you.
I know. So then my last thing, the St. Louis Blues are in a playoff spot. They also have won 10 in a row.
Do you want to know the reason why?
Jordan Binnington.
No.
No?
No. The real reason why.
Oh, wait, what's the real reason, buddy?
Because of Barkley.
Of Barkley?
Yeah,
pup. You're right. You're so right. Their dog, they're a little pup. Follow them on Instagram, Barkley Blues Pup.
Mm-hmm.
The best of boys. Yeah, I agree. That is the reason.
Until he shits on the ice.
Well, I mean, that's just a little bit of a distraction the players have to play around. So
Exactly. Work on their skating, stick handling.
home field advantage for the Blues because they're used to it.
Yeah, exactly. No, but for real though, the Blues are playing some great hockey right now. Tarasenko has remembered that he's supposed to score. Jordan Binnington is giving them next level goaltending. Everything's clicking for the Blues right now.
Yeah, couldn't be happier for them, except for if they were the Oilers, and then I would be happier for them.
Yeah, and they're taking the wild card spot by storm. Chris, how are you feeling about the Blues right now?
I mean, you had to be shocked by how bad they were early in the year. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I think they're regressing to the norm, right? They're playing to their strength. They've got a really good defense core. It doesn't really surprise me, especially considering, the West is complete ass this year.
Yeah, but
It also helps that they're getting league average goaltending. That'll really help you.
New head coach as well.
Yeah. So if Blues make the playoffs, does he win the Jack Adams?
Ooh, I don't know.
I mean, they were pretty bad before he took over.
I kind of feel like Barry Trotz is a lock for it, though.
Yeah, no, you're right. I totally forgot. You're totally right. Very Trotz. Well, so that's all the news I have, boys. You guys got anything?
Nah, I don't watch hockey anymore because it's too depressing. So I just instead put it on my other monitor, and then if they sound excited, I watch it for a little bit.
Wonderful. All right, so let's.
So, hey, you guys, I know what happened.
Oh, okay, we got it.
All right.
So the Ducks got okay, hold on a second.
Oh shit.
So the Ducks got the Kings 2008 first round pick, but it also says another 2008 first round pick, and I don't know where that came from, and I'm not even going to look because I'll be here all night. We got 2 picks, 17 and 28 in the first round for the first rounder, 12th overall, which they traded to the Buffalo Sabres for Buffalo's first round, 13th overall, and their third round in the next year.
Oh, so it was a whole bunch of moving up at the draft then.
Correct. And so Anaheim basically ended up getting Jake Gardner and Victor Tikhonov. So they basically really shit the bed on that offer sheet haul. They got garbage.
I mean,
so
Jake
do we say
Gardner's
the
not bad.
Oilers win? No, I mean, but he's not with them anymore.
That's true, but what have they got for Jake Gardner?
No.
No. We could just make episodes of us just breaking down like minute trades and offer sheets.
That's
This
like
is my
actually not the worst idea.
This is my new fucking life. Just try to figure out what happened in that offer sheet.
All right, somebody check in on Chris in the next couple of days here.
Yeah, make sure he's still eating. Going to the bathroom.
I'm done. Guys. I don't even care.
All right, boys. Let's do our predictions. We got 6 games. We got 6 games coming up this coming week. Actually, that game just happened, and so did that game. So 4 games. Just kidding. First game of the week is the Arizona Coyotes play in Edmonton. Dalton, we'll start with you, buddy.
Oh, see, I kind of want to win this week, so I want to be depressing with my picks. But at the same time, that ain't me, fam. So the Oilers are going to win 4-3 over the Arizona Coyotes in Sexy's beautiful return.
4-3 win. Chris, what do you think?
Well, I think that the Edmonton Oilers are going to lose 6-1.
Oh.
I like mine better.
Sure you do.
Me too, Dom. I'm going to think the Oilers win 3-1. Next game of the week is the Colorado Avalanche. The Winnipeg Jets go to Colorado for a rematch. In Colorado. Chris, what do you think?
I think the Winnipeg Jets are going to lose 6-1.
Oh, my God.
Jeez.
Chris, are you okay?
I am fucking pissed off right now.
I hear that. I'm gonna say the Jets win 4-3.
You're a fucking idiot.
Dalton, what do you think, buddy?
Well, I don't want Chris to call me names, so I think Colorado is gonna win 4-1.
4-1 win.
My favorite person.
All right, so then the New York Islanders travel to Edmonton for another rematch within the week. I'll kick this one off. Oh, geez. Oilers are going to lose 4-2. Dalton, what do you think?
The Oilers are going to win.
They're going to win.
It's gonna be a 3-2 victory.
A 3-2 win. Chris, what do you think?
Oilers are going to lose 5-1.
5-1 win? Lose.
Lose.
Oh, geez.
I feel like I'm the lone beacon of light in this land of depression.
Yeah, man. You should go onto Oilers Twitter.
There's a reason I don't.
All right, so then, yeah, true, dude. It just makes me more depressed. All right, so then the last game of the week is on Friday. The Winnipeg Jets play the Vegas Golden Knights in Vegas.
All right, Chris, you got to start this one so that Mike can go second so I can bring a little bit of positivity in.
All right, Chris, what do you think?
Jets are going to lose 3-0.
No!
Wow. All right, I'm going to say Jets win 1-0. 1-0 win. And I'm going to say that Helly gets a shutout.
Oh.
Oh, Chris, who do you think gets a shutout for Vegas? Subban or Fleury?
Let's go Subban to make it even more depressing.
I don't even think he plays any games for them.
Yeah, basically. Dalton, all right, bring a little hope, buddy.
All right, Patrick Laine, natural Hattie, 3-0 win.
Who gets? All right, so we'll say 3-0 win. Laine, we keep predicting every week. Eventually, it's gonna happen, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, throw enough darts to the dartboard, and eventually one's gonna hit it.
Yeah,
God.
very true.
I'm really bad at darts.
All right, boys. Well, that is it for this week. Thanks everyone for tuning in.
Sing it all.
No, not at all, not at all. We learned something about trades. We learned something about rabbit holes.
Yeah, I think the title of the episode should be "Very Happy Episode, No Upset at All."
Oh, see, I was thinking about titling it "Rabbit Hole."
Oh, that's a good one.
Lots of things about rabbit holes.
We did learn lots of things about rabbit holes.
For one thing, carrots are orange.
Yes, also true. All right, everyone. Well, that does it for this episode 18 of South of the Blue Line. I'd actually like to happily announce that we have a website now. It is southoftheblueline.com. There will be, so it's a little out of whack. It's not like we're still working out some of the kinks, but we will have links to the episodes on Anchor. So if you click on them, it'll direct you to Anchor so you can listen to the episodes. It'll also be a bit of a blog. So like Oilers make a trade for Sam Gagner, I'll get on there, right? Like a little bit, maybe a little page or a little paragraph on how much I love Sam Gagner and how much I hated Ryan Spooner and that sort of stuff. We'll cry, we'll laugh. You might occasionally actually see some blog posts actually from my dad who's got me into the Oilers. Thanks for that, Dad.
My dad has apologized so many times for making me an Oilers fan.
I don't know if Dalton or Chris, you guys want to hop on there, maybe write some thoughts down. Like, you're more than welcome. So, we're still working on some of the kinks, but southoftheblueline.com, if you want to read about it, that is where it'll be. You can also, if you want to hear just a podcast, follow us on SoundCloud at Blue Line South Podcast, South of Blue Line Podcast, Stitcher, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you find your podcast, YouTube, we are there. This was episode 17, and I'm Michael. Chris.
Hi.
Dalton.
Bye.
All right, that does it. We are South of the Blue Line. We will see you all next week. See you, boys.
Bye-bye.